what we're going to do today is we're going to do a code walkthrough, and we're going to be using some different data types for variables as well as to how to output them to the console. So, beginning our program, what I'm going to do is do a walkthrough. Actually, the first thing you want to do on your program is, what I like to do is, okay, I understand what this code is all about. I'm going to put in a comment, my name, the author of this code, the date the code was created, as well as a small purpose statement of what this actually code does. So here we're demonstrating some C++ data types. All right, starting off, I want to make sure that I tell the compiler using the directive that I want to use the IO string. Additionally, I'm going to use the standard namespace in my IO stream. So you want to make sure you put using namespace standard. Now, looking at this, my main program is from lines 9 to lines 22. Sometimes I actually put at the very end a comment indicating that, hey, I'm at the end of my program. So let's do a walkthrough. Essentially here we're going to be creating some variables and just outputting the values of those variables. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to create some variables. So my first variable, I'm going to create a string. A string is simply 0 or more characters. So in here, I've got the data type string. I'm going to give it a name so that I can reference it in my code. So here in my code set, I'm going to call that variable my name, and I'm going to set it equal to Bart Simpson. So here I'm assigning the value Bart Simpson to the string my name. Additionally, I'm going to create a data type called an integer, int, and for the purpose of my code, I'm going to reference that or give it a name, and here I'm calling it my age, and I'm setting it to the value of 29. Additionally, I'm going to create a floating variable, a float. I'm going to call it my GPA, and I'm going to set it to the value of 3.95. And additionally, I'm going to create one more variable, a character variable, char, my grade, and I'm going to set it to the value of A. Now notice, what I want you to notice is that for a string, we use double quotes. For a character, we use single quotes. Followed by that, I'm going to output the values to a user, and I'm going to give it kind of a label so the user can see what they're doing. So here I'm going to use cout. I'm outputting to the terminal. Cout insertion operator. I'm going to provide the user with the label. This is called a string literal. I'm then using my insertion operator again to insert something. What am I going to insert? I'm going to insert my name, followed by an inline. And I'm going to do this two different ways. An inline is essentially give the terminal, the console, a new line. All right. Notice in here that I'm using the variable my name. What it will output is the value stored in my name. I'm going to go ahead and comment this out. And we're going to run it just to show what we're actually running here. So right now I want to make sure I select the proper target. This one is data types. So there we go, so that I can run the right one. I'm going to run my code. And as you can see, Bart Simpson. Now the compiler is currently giving me a warning that I've created 3 variables and I'm not using them. For right now, we don't necessarily have to worry about that because I will be using them. I will follow that by, I'm going to comment these back in, okay, removing the // I also want to output my age using the cout insertion operator. I'm basically going to give it a label so the user can see what that value is. It's called a string literal, age. Then I'm going to show the user my age, or the value stored in the my age variable. And here I'm actually going to use the escape sequence \n. Works very similar to the way inline works. It's going to give me a new line. Then I'm going to follow the output with show the user the label GPA, followed by show the value stored in the variable GPA. Then I'm going to add that to the label grade, followed by the value stored in grade, followed by an inline again, or a new line. And then I'm going to output to the user end of my program. So let me run this. Okay, as you can see now, here is the output that we've told the program that we want to see: name, age, GPA, and the grade being an A. Now, if I wanted to change any of these, maybe I could say my name equals Kevin Rourke, age 39. Okay, we'll keep the GPA the same and the grade the same, and we run it again. And now you can see how this has affected my output with the variables that I provided. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out to your professor.